Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to I Am the Commissioner and You're Not Radio Simulcast Show. Now, we have a very special guest today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Commissioner, I am known as the President, and it's a pleasure to be on the program once again.
Now, you look very familiar. I think we have a number of people in the past, when you appeared on the show once before with those contract demands, that you were part of a special show on television, like in the, I would say, the late 70s and then the early 90s. What show was that? Some people confuse you as being on that show.
Yeah, I believe I've been accused of looking like a character on the show Seinfeld.
Is that right? Right.
Yes.
Let's see. Was it Elaine?
No.
No. Was it Kramer?
No.
Well, who was it?
I think it was Newman.
Newman, right.
Newman.
Okay, now, by the way, we have already received an email about our topic for today, which is the outlook for the New York Mets baseball team. There is an email. Would you like to read the email question and answer it?
Let's see. We have a question coming in about the Mets starting rotation. The question is, who should be the Mets' fifth starter this year? And that's a good question, of course. We'll see who it's going to be.
How would you answer the question?
Gee, that's a good question. It probably could be Jonathan Neese, a left-hander, or maybe Bartolo Colon if he's still with the team.
Very good. Now, you are quite knowledgeable in the area of Mets baseball. What would be like the top four men in the rotation at this moment if you had to choose?
Well, I guess if I'd have to pick, and hopefully Matt Harvey will be anchoring the staff coming back from surgery, and of course Wheeler, probably number two, and I guess as I mentioned, Neese in the rotation.
There's somebody who was Rookie of the Year, I believe.
Oh yes, of course.
Do you know his name?
Yes, of course.
What is it?
Yes. His name is
Jacob
deGrom. There he is.
Okay, very good. You
I almost forgot about him.
You ought to sort of know. And who would be like the fifth starter? You mentioned that, I think, before.
Well, the fifth starter could be Bartolo Colon or Dylan Gee, one of those two, if they're not traded.
Okay. Now, by the way, another email has come in. It has nothing to do with baseball. It says, I knew you, he's talking to the commissioner, I knew you from the world of banking. Wow, I didn't know that. Did you know that I used to be in banking?
I did not know this.
But I had to leave. You know why?
Why?
Because I kept losing interest.
Oh.
So I had to leave.
Oh.
How did this person know that? Now, a friend of mine, Just Joe they call him, is very negative down on David Murphy, who I happen to like a lot as a winner and a player. What are your thoughts on David Murphy, the second baseman of the Mets?
You're referring to Daniel Murphy, of course.
Excellent. It was a trick question. I just wanted to see if he was paying attention.
I knew it all along.
Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy. My opinion on Daniel Murphy?
Yes.
The man is a professional hitter. He's worked hard on his defense, and I think he helps the Mets more than he hurts them.
Excellent. I tend to agree. Now, of the current Mets, or maybe someone on the lookout, who will be a pleasant surprise this year? Surprise.
That's a good question. And I think they're counting heavily on catcher Travis d'Arnaud to step it up and become a star player as they had forecast for him when they acquired him from Toronto.
He has to improve what phase of his game?
His defense has been lacking.
Correct.
And suspect, so.
Correct. Now, as you may know, David Wright is working out in Florida, and one of his teammates is also working out with him, who hit 30 home runs last year. Who was that down in Florida working out right at Nest?
It'd have to be Lucas Duda.
Right. And I had predicted a good year for Lucas Duda back in like May, and he came through. All right. Now, in the National League East, where do you think the main competition will come from?
No, it's going to be, of course, the Nats, of course. They still may be the class of the league, and certainly of the division.
Okay.
And, after that, the Florida Marlins are much improved. So
much improved?
Much improved, yes.
Well, besides Giancarlo Stanton, who else is, a major producer for the Marlins?
They picked up some talent. They picked up some pitching talent, I believe, and I think they're going to be a strong team.
Excellent. All right. Well, we'll note these forecasts. Now, do you have any questions for me, the host of the show? It is my show. So.
Well, this is a Mets-related show, so
Yes.
it's got to be on a Mets-related topic. So,
Okay.
how many wins do you think will Matt Harvey end up with at the end of the season?
Good question. Let me think. May I think? It's my
Sure.
show. I
Of course
wouldn't
you
be able to think.
You are the commissioners, though.
Right. I'm going to go with Matt Harvey winning 20 games. What do you think?
Whoa, 20 games, huh? Well, I really hope, I sincerely hope so. I hope so. If he gets run support, he will win a lot of games if he's healthy. So that would be great.
Excellent. Now, I understand that you're a Ranger fan. I'm an Islander fan. They played the other night. Who won?
Well, unfortunately, the New York Islanders trounced the Rangers the other night.
And who did you invest in?
I had
Or on?
invested in my team, the Rangers. They were winning, had won 13 out of 14 and 5 straight. So I had to invest in the Rangers.
That's unbelievable because they did not look like a team that had won 13 out of 14
Now
games.
apparently the Islanders must have mesmerized them on the ice and had some effective checking there to thwart the Rangers' attack.
Now, we will have at least one very interested viewer, Weeb in Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania. Do you have a shout out for the Weeb who's going to tune in to watch this show? You have a message for Weeb?
Well, if you're watching this program now, I would hope that you'll watch some Ranger games and some Islander games and root for the hockey teams this year.
Okay. Well, this is a wrap up because we don't have any sponsorship, and I'd like to thank the lieutenant on the camera this afternoon. So until the next show, and hopefully there will be a next show, we're going to sign off at this particular time and wish everybody a warm and a healthy lead up to spring training. So good afternoon.